Hey, Digital Me Art students. In this video, we're going to cover part 5 of the tape dispenser. We're going to start creating bevels so that we don't have such sharp edges here. So I'm going to use Q to go into my selection mode. And we're going to start by adding bevels on the bottom edges here. So depending on how you modeled, let's see if we can select it piecewise or just the entire thing. So I'm going to hold Shift, double left click, and it looks like I got all of these bevels. So I'm going to go ahead and continue here, hold Shift and Shift. Again, I have Object Z on. Down here, I have this one. I'm not creating a bevel here, but I am going to go along and down this path right here. So I'm going to Shift, double left click, Shift, double left click. Again, I'm doing it every so many sections just to see how it responds. This is like I missed one right there. I'm going to Shift, double left click here. And it looks like it made it all the way around. So you can see here that all these bottom faces is what I'm going to go ahead and create a bevel for. So I'm going to go ahead and go to our bevel tool. It's under Edit Mesh and Bevel. I'm going to do it with options. And you can see here that the numbers that you're mainly concerned with is the width, the segment, and the depth. If you're talking about corners, you can go into here and figure out how you want your corners done and your smoothing angle. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and leave it at the default. I'm going to go ahead and hit bevel. And you can see here that this bevel is only one face. I want to make it two faces, so I'm going to increase this to 2. And now these bevels are very small. I want to go ahead and make it bigger, so I'm going to increase the fraction up to 1. So now I got a nice width bevel. And now let's see how the depth works. If I switch the depth to 2, that just makes it stick out more. You can see right here, the 2 here. Now if I go to like 0.5, it's relatively smooth and not much of a curve at all. So I'm going to leave it at 1. So I got 1, 2, 1. That's my bevel. Okay, so that does all the bottom faces. Let's go ahead and get the top faces done as well, or the top edges. So I'm going to hit Q. Again, I'm going to go ahead and start selecting the top faces here to create the bevel. So it looks like I can go all the way over here. I'm going to hold Shift, left click that, Shift, left click that, Shift, left click this, double left click. It's going to kind of circle all the way around. It's going to go all the way to the edge here. And I think what I want to do now is go downward. So I'm going to hold Shift and hold Shift, double left click there. And now it'll connect itself to there, connect itself to there. And I think that's all I want. Actually, I do want to bevel this as well. Do I actually want to bevel here or do I want to bevel here? Actually, I don't think I want to bevel here. I'm going to hit Shift. Now, again, you might select different faces to bevel. That's up to you in terms of how smooth you want it. I'm going to go this way. And actually, I didn't want to select all of those. I Control Z that. So I just want to bevel up to here. So I got this face, it kind of wraps around here, wraps all the way around, wraps underneath, stops right there, and I think that is good. And actually, I don't think I want to bevel these faces. I don't want to bevel the bevel. So I'm going to hold Control and then left-click those. So I think I'm going to stop there. Again, you can, play with the bevel tool and see what parts you want to bevel, what parts you don't. You got to pay special attention to where the bevels meet bevels and see how that looks. So I'm going to go under Edit Mesh and click Bevel. Just use the same numbers I did before. Again, I'm going to make the fraction 1, segments 2, and depth 1. And again, you can see here where the bevels meet the bevels. It kind of creates like these weird triangles. I think this is to prevent n-gons, so that's fine. I don't think I can delete this. If I delete this, it's going to create an n-gon. So that's kind of good that it did do that. And I have this bevel going across the top. Okay, so that does it for creating the bevels. But the problem is when we create and use the bevel tool, we want to make sure that that we didn't create any n-gons in the process. So I'm going to right-click, go to Object Mode, and I'm going to show you guys a tool that allows us to find n-gons. Under the Mesh tool, you'll have a tool called Cleanup. I'm going to click it with options. Now, by default, you'll see here, it says Clean Up Matching Polygons. So if you clicked on this tool without clicking on the options, you will actually let Maya clean it for you without you really knowing what's going on. So instead, what I think I prefer you guys do is that you click on select matching polygons. So it doesn't actually fix the mistakes, it just helps you find them. Now, there are tons of mistakes that it can find, but the one we're concerned with today is faces with more than 4 sides. That's the definition of an n-gon, right? So pentagon, hexagon, we all call them n-gons. Anything that is more than 4 is considered an n-gon. So we're going to go ahead and click apply now. And what's going to happen is it's going to highlight faces that it detects as having an n-gon. So right here, you can see that my bevel caused an issue right here on the corner, and that created an n-gon. So you can see here that this face is no longer a 4-sided shape. It's like 4, 5, 6. So you can see here that I have 10 faces that I have to fix. So technically 5 faces with symmetry on. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on these and keep finding them and fixing them. So for this one, you can do it a multitude of ways. I'm just going to connect it to the opposite face and create corners here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my multi-cut tool. And I'm going to make sure that my snap to vertex is on. And I'm going to click on one of these bevels right here, which looks like there's only one bevel I need to work with. So just this bevel right here. And I'm going to cut across here. So now this thing is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that should prevent this one. So now if I hit apply again, if I'm on object mode, and I click apply again, I am down to still 10 faces. So this one is detecting as more than 4. So maybe I didn't look very carefully, but there's maybe one right somewhere over here. So 1, 2, yep, there it is. It's like right on the corner. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm going to go ahead and click on it. Okay, you can see right here that I have it right there. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this and create a cut across as well. Actually, with that one, I'm actually going to cut across this direction. So I'm going to use the multi-cut tool, and I'm going to click on this. And make sure that I'm not cutting anywhere but on that point. And I think actually with this particular corner, I think I can just merge because I don't want to really create extra geometry to create this little small face. So I'm going to use target weld, and I'm just going to weld this over. And I think that still preserves all quads. So I'm going to click apply here, and yep, that face has been removed off my list. So make sure that I target weld across here as well. So this face also needs it. I'm gonna go over here and combine this as well. Up. And I'm gonna go ahead and click, make sure I'm on vertex mode here. I'm gonna target weld to there. Okay, so I'm gonna hit apply again, and now I have down to 8 faces. So let's go ahead and fix all of these. So this now is an n-gon because I created this cut across, and that created an n-gon. So I just need to create a triangle now, and I'm going to create a triangle right here, from here to here. So I'm going to use multi-cut, again with my symmetry on. It'll save me some work here. I'm going to left click, oh, misclicked. Left click right on that vertex, left click right on that vertex, hit enter, and now I hit apply, and now I'm down to 6. So here is the 5th and 6th one here. And I have an n-gon here because I created, this is 3 sides, but these are 2 sides here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut there and just cut to the opposite corner there. Oh, that didn't work, so that's not good. Let's see what happened here. Let's see if I can click here to here. Did not work. So let's go ahead and make sure I'm selecting the correct things here. I'm going to go to vertex mode. I'm going to use my multi-cut tool. I'm going to cut here and then cut there. That worked. And I'm going to cut here and cut to this corner here. And nope, I am not. Yep, there it is. So there we go. And now let's go ahead and try my mesh cleanup tool and see if how many it detects. And now I'm down to 4. So here is another one down here. Actually, both of these are the ones that are the last ones here. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4. But it looks like it's not really 4. You know, it looks like it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means it's probably a small face right in this corner. So I'm going to hit Q, go to vertex mode. I'm going to click on this vertex. I'm going to hit F just to focus on it. And then I'm going to use Alt, right-click, drag to zoom in. And you can see here that there's this little edge right there. And that's a really easy fix because we're just going to use target weld here. And target weld that one to this one. And now, if we hit apply, we are spotless. No more n-gons. Everything is connecting well. We did it to both sides. Although I do see a overlapping face here. So maybe we're not quite done. You can see here that by doing this, you can see there's some overlapping faces. Actually, this might even find overlapping faces. If you hit apply, nope, it didn't find it. Sometimes this tool will let you even find overlapping faces. So I'm going to close, and I'm going to go into wireframe view here and kind of see what's going on here. So this is where the bevel tool didn't do a good job, and you can see here it kind of created like these two edges, and they kind of overlap. So I'm going to fix this real quickly, and let's go back to solid view here, and let's go into vertex mode. So you can see here that this vertex should really just merge with this. I'm pretty sure. So let's go ahead and target weld and try it. This should just merge with this. And looks like we have, you can actually check n-gons yourself if you know the area that you're looking at. So this right here has, well, I have symmetry on, but 2 faces for 4 triangles, 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 and 2 faces for 4 triangles. So I think all that area is good now. So again, when you use the bevel tool, I mean, it might do stuff that you unexpectedly did not see, and that could cause problems with your geometry. You got these like overlapping faces. But let's go ahead and do another quick check here. Mesh cleanup and apply. And oh, it looks like whatever I did, I clicked on concave faces. Let's go back to this and apply, and I have no more n-gons, right? So looks good there. And yeah, and now kind of take one good look at your model, kind of hover around, make sure you're in shaded view, you're in object mode or whatever. And we just want to make sure that we don't have any overlapping faces and everything is clean and good to go. And there you have it. That is the bevel tool. So in the next video, we'll cover how to make the cylinder, which is relatively easy, and we'll make materials for the rest of the tape dispenser. I'll see you guys in the next video.